You know, we stand for peace and love, you know. We seek freedom.
Freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of life, freedom of you, freedom of our world. Our world is our world, you know. Sometimes, you see, this is why I say our world is our world, because there's a saying, you know, the Almighty, He doesn't give you more than you can bear. Right? I always say, well, don't give yourself more than you can take or handle. You understand? So everybody knows what they're capable of doing. We all know that sometimes we can go overboard, sometimes nearly chuck off, and you know, understand? So sometimes we have to just know about that balance that within ourselves, as you know, like how we say, we are fire sign, we are Reuben. Two are we, my elder brother, because I the younger one, so pick up yourself again. And you know, we have to know ourselves within ourselves, it's not a star sign thing. Yeah, they try to, that's a business, yeah. I personally believe it's another division that they try to divide the people then with this star sign thing, and I don't fall for that, because the way I look at life is, you know, just because you're this born in this month, it doesn't mean you're that way. You understand? We can all be that way, you know. It's like, for example, they say if you're born in April, you're stubborn. We can all be stubborn in our own way, you understand? But we're all stubborn to different things. So it's not really like it's, you know, it's more like a business. People fall for it because something might happen that's a coincidence, and then they start to believe that, oh, you know, this thing is real. It's not. It's rubbish. It's a business. They make money from it. You understand? And that's why I say our world is our world, because you know the fire is naturally balanced. We all have water in our same way, because when we cry, natural, that's the tears. That's the natural water coming from our eyes. You know, and you know the air we breathe naturally, so we all have air in our same way. You know, and then the earth is the earth sign that they're supposed to be one. You know, we all stand on our feet. We all have to stand on our feet, which is the earth that we stand on. You understand? So we, as the fire sign now, we just have a lot of that fire passion and the love and that natural way of life. You know what I mean? And sometimes when we speak, another person might take it the wrong way, or might feel like we're trying to say something, you know, directly at them, and we're just trying to explain that, no, this is how we are as an individual. You know, half of what I say, if it don't apply to you, you can rule out. It doesn't mean nothing to you, you know, as long as I don't offend you. And everybody sometimes offend people by something that they could call them, and maybe they might not like that, or something that they might say, and that they, you know, that they think they, you know. So in life, sometimes we all do things, and, you know, once we know that, once we're enlightened, you know, we then start to, you know, just we start to less worry about the, you know, the problems that, you know, we just start to live on, and you know.
Yes, right. Life is a book filled learn, you know, and you know, sometimes you have to go over it again, you know, because even if you're reading scriptures, you know, you go over it many a time, because years I read scriptures and don't know it in completion, you know, because every time you go through life, you're supposed to see things sometimes differently, because wisdom should increase, you know, with the age of life.
Yes.
Because you have to take care when you come in a life still, because you have some big man who are a little baby, you know, you have some little baby who are some big man.
Yeah.
Because the little one, them sometimes catch up with themselves from in an anciency to this time.
True, my brother.
Because you see age, that thing where it's but a number, because Babylon tricky with the age and the number them, you know, and the symbols. When you even check the life, you know, when they tell you, say, a youth can broke out and start to do many things and leave home and do this and do that and do this and do that. That's the age of 18. 3 6s make 18, you know.
Yeah.
So you see, even within them sign there, so them have them little energy with them put on, because numbers is very powerful and words is very powerful. And letters and numbers around the world.
True.
Because every day them get up, them communication is by numbers. Them have to dial numbers to get a line and letter and this email and Gmail and whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you see the world of man hard to know, you know, because him style it from the world of Jah.
Holy man, you're like.
You see everything what him doing to evil, because check this now. You have the lightning, you know, when the lightning lick the earth, it charge up the earth, you know, because people run for electricity as well. So you see them call it static electricity. You understand? So when you look at Jah world, they run it for electricity. Because when they strike the earth with lightning, that's charging it. When they check man's world, where run it on? Electricity.
Tell them not, tell them not, tell them
not. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I want to sit down still and then kind of think it will come twice still, you know, because I just feel like I try and allow the energy to flow through more time. And humble and just observe things, see. I not too worrying about people, man, and people business and wrongdoings and everything I get involved, you know. Yeah, I just deal with the youth them still, because the youth them have more space in them them head fit taking energy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the more you get energy, you would already need it, they will still take it. But then we use it to deal with you. Yeah, so you have to know yourself, you see.
Yeah, true, my brother.
Yeah, chew them wisely, you know. You have to think up and you them, because you them strong, you know. It's just a good one, them you have to just bring them through, and even somewhere you see you can put that straight and give them opportunity, you try and know what you can do for them. You know, you find the older one, them tricky, you know. Them only may get like, them fall along the way, and when you pick them up, them will mash you up, you know. So you have to watch yourself.
True that.
Yeah, because the reason why them go down is a reason. You have to look at a reason first. Before you help a man really and truly, you should look at a reason why he's down. Go sit you and beat him and put him there. And you also and get a beating yourself. Yeah, because if you live a bit and your mother give your brother a beating, your father, and you shield him, you don't get beaten too.
That's true, man.
Yeah, so you know you have to really don't concern yourself with too much rubbish, so you can pick up on the real positive things in life and do the things we need to do. Well, and remember that most of the things that man gave, you know, it's been there. So therefore, the whole energy we're supposed to have, you don't really have it.
Yeah.
The time to think, the time to do this and do that. So you have to create that back to yourself.
Yes.
Remember that energy, and that is part of life journey.
That's true, man. Yeah, man, that me I try to teach my little youth them about more time, you know. I have my little youngest general, the youngest Fyah, you know. And the other day we was actually sitting down doing some jingles, you know. And he's very good, you know, for 5 years old. Ras Reubeneer. He's very, you know, skillful on what can I say, the sound machine, you know.
Yes, right. But I know the eye still, so I know the eye, you know, it will reflect from the eye, because them say they have no fall off on the tree, you know.
Yeah,
so
man.
you look at the youth, them, you're supposed to can see the peer at them, you know. So you know, it's you and the Empress, you just go and bless up and continue the work we are doing, you know. But here, my brother.
Yes, my brother.
I have to rise early flights there, you know, about 5:30, so.
Yes,
you know, I go just
keep back,
and, you know.
Yeah, I'm here till about 1 o'clock. I'm only here till about 1 o'clock today, you know, Reubeneer. So,
yes,
yeah, you know, before you do go, please tell the people them, you know, who's listening, how they can actually hear you and where they can hear you. Because, you know, you have your own radio show that you play on Majestic Radio, you know, .co.uk, which is another internet radio station. You know, doing the same thing which Fyah Angel Radio does as well, you know, talk about life, you know, have these talk shows sometime, and we play the, you know, the message is always in the music, and people send their music, yes, so to Fyah Angel Radio, like, same like Majestic Radio. So, you know, tell them a little bit about your you know, what you do with Ras Reubeneer and when you're on.
Yes, sir. Well, Ras Reubeneer is well, do a bit of everything still higher. Them say jack of all trade, but don't really believe that, because a man can master many trade. You know, one can master many things, so I know jack of all trades, you know.
Yeah.
Because as an artist, you know, performer, you know, BTG, and that is in our group, and that is somewhere the youth them is under that as well. So BTG is bridging the gap. We bridge the gap between all age group and showing the age is but a number. Okay. But once they have the strength and the encouragement and the will within them to get to something, we bring them with a positive right. Now we use the radio, and that is Majestic Radio, www.majesticradio.co.uk. And we do a show from 12 until 200 p.m. on a Saturday. That's the UK time. I know they have worldwide listeners right now. So that's UK time. It's followed by my son's show. His show coming from 2 till 4, and it's called the Mix and Blend Session. So you can Google a search Ras Reubeneer, and you get me on Facebook, you know, YouTube, and you just Google the search, man.
Tell them not, tell them not, tell them not.
Everything is on Google, man, so just Google the thing, you see?
Yes, I.
Yeah.
So, that's Ras Reubeneer, and, you know, our world is our world, so as we continue the juggling, keep it locked in at Fyah Angel Radio, and this is what we come to do.
Welcome, Fyah, Fyah, Fyah.